Hey, it's Hayley Kiyoko, and I'm the director of Girls Like Girls, and I'm on Get Wrecked with Straw Hat Goofy.
Wake up, Juju. Time to go to work. All right, can we talk about wake up, I get it, I get it, wake up, I get it, I go with everyone saying I'm up next. It's not my fault that the vocals are gold, they're making the haters so upset. My life is a movie, the way that I roll. They saying I'm goofy, but baby, you know I'm making everybody obsessed. Cause we the best, how we get wrecked, and I know we gonna get wrecked, we gonna get wrecked. We gonna get wrecked, we gonna get wrecked. We gonna get wrecked, we gonna get wrecked.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Juju Green, aka Straw Hat Goofy, and you're on Get Wrecked with Straw Hat Goofy. Thank you so much for watching because we have another very special guest, and I'm not gonna lie. So far, this is my favorite guest to be on this podcast so far because she is
Don't
so
be
fucking
lying.
real. I'm not goddamn lying. I'm gonna break down the reasons why. We got Hayley Kiyoko, director of Girls Like Girls, pop star extraordinaire, director, actress. Like, she's just amazing. But let me break down why you're my favorite so far. Sorry, Ryan Coogler. Sorry, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Sorry, Ryan.
This woman came in eating Fritos and drinking a Snapple. like she came in and said, "Sorry for the delay. I just had to get some snacks up in me." And I
On the
said, "This is
vending
the
machine.
realest shit."
And then
ever.
I dropped my Fritos on the floor.
And you did didn't even get to 2 Mississippi.
I picked it right
Picked
back
it
up.
right back up.
And then I said, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Hayley Kiyoko, the director of Girls Like Girls." Listen, it's been a long 10-year journey getting this movie made, Juju.
10 years?
Over 10 years.
Because the music video came out 13 years ago.
No.
Was it? No, 20?
2015.
Oh, shit.
So I'm exhausted.
Oh, my gosh.
So I'm eating food off the floor.
No, nobody can blame you for
Times are
that.
tough.
You know what? I'm not even going to hold that.
It's a recession.
I didn't hold it against you.
Okay.
But now, like, it's I'm going to let it all go because, like, I know the struggle.
Thank you so
I
much.
didn't know it took that long of a journey though. Like, because I'm gonna be like completely honest with you. Like, I knew who you were. I wasn't familiar with your game, right? I was not familiar with your game. I knew Lemonade Mouth came out like right when I graduated high school. Like, I was
Love that.
off of that, but I kept hearing about Lemonade Mouth. Isabella was like giving me the rundown of it. She loves it, right?
Thank you.
And,
You know, my dream was to graduate from being recognized as Lemonade Mouth Girl to Haley.
yeah. Well,
Just
I
like to
got
my
introduced
name.
to you as Haley. So
Well, thank you so much.
That's where I came
But I
in.
started off as Lemonade Mouth Girl.
Right. Okay.
And now we're here.
And now we're here. And so, like, I've been having people tell me about you. And then, like, obviously, I love the song Girls Like Girls.
Thank
I
you.
think that song is just amazing. You saw my trailer reaction
I did.
to the movie.
Thank
and
you so much.
I was locked in.
That was awesome.
Listen,
So
like,
cool.
I love, and we can get into,
Mm-hmm.
like, my torrid love life and, like, why I love romantic comedies and,
Yeah.
like, just romance. And coming of age is also my shit. I've said this on my show many times. And I feel like there is a hole in Hollywood when it comes to queer romances and queer coming of age.
100%.
So like you saw the trailer reaction. I was like, we need more of this. I was
Thank
like, and
you.
I love that, right? But being familiar with the game, I'm gonna speak to you in basketball terms really quick, right?
Please.
So I don't know if you watch basketball like at all.
Mildly. I was a point guard when I was like 12.
Were you?
I don't know if the game has changed since then.
There's still
but-
point guards.
Okay.
It's positionless basketball now, but point guards are still a thing. Steph Curry exists.
Positionless?
Yeah, but there's positionless basketball now.
Okay, this is a separate combo for a separate
It's a
time.
whole
Okay,
different thing.
But yeah, tell me the basketball analogy.
So for me, like, it's like discovering an NBA player on a small market team that's like killing it, right? That's just like going crazy. Then they have this 1 year on a really good team, let's say like a Golden State Warrior. And then I'm like, this is a perennial all-star. It's like when you start to actually see them, I'm like, this is a
Wow.
perennial all-star, all NBA type player. Like, how did
That's
I not
beautiful.
notice this person? And this is where I'm coming into you at, right? Because
Thank you.
I'm seeing you direct this movie, and this is your directorial debut, if I'm correct on that,
Yeah.
right? You fucking crushed this shit.
Thank you so
You
much.
fucking like.
Thank you.
I'm dead. This is one of my favorite movies of the year. Wow. Like dead.
Juju,
I'm
I'm
dead.
never
ass.
leaving.
I'm
I'm in this chair.
not blowing smoke. I'm
I appreciate it.
Because, like,
Thank
again,
you.
coming of age is my favorite genre. And, like, you know, as someone who, like, vividly remembers just kind of, like, the hurt and the pains of, like, falling in love during a summer and during that time, like, this movie spoke to me, right? And so I got a lot of questions about this, but I guess I can jump into this one. Is, like, when it came to kind of, like, this type of movie, and you're basing this off of your music, the song that you made, Girls Like Girls, the lyric that like I love is like girls like boys do. Like it's not like it's nothing new,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
that is like the crux of why this movie needs to exist, because people, you know, specifically like the straight crowd or like the, I guess, conservative crowd will see this movie and say, oh, well, that's not for me. Whereas like it's required to have empathy in order to fully enjoy a movie. And even though like you're saying like, oh, I'm not queer, you've been through this type of love story before. This is nothing new.
Yeah.
So like you talked to me about kind of like making that song and making this movie to like bring this experience and saying like, no, this is like a universal thing. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Totally. I mean, to talk about the universal theme of, even though it's called Girls Like Girls, every single person, whether you're straight, gay, whatever your background is, we have all had that moment where you've had to confront your crush and be like, do you like me or not?
Yes.
Are we something or not? Do you want to be in a relationship or not? Do you want to get married or not? Like, we've all had that pivotal moment where like, is my heart going to be happy or is it going to be broken? And that is such a universal experience, and that is what our protagonist Coley goes through in this film. So it makes it super universal. And going back to answer your other question about Girls Like Girls, it's been such a fascinating journey to like live, because when I wrote the song Girls Like Girls in 2015, I wasn't publicly out. It was one of the first times I had written about loving girls, and I wrote it in a place where I want to be confident and I want to be a person who could steal your girl. So it was written in a place where I was manifesting this confidence of like, I'm gonna steal your girl, like, you know, building your girl's second story, ripping all your floors out. That was not me at that time.
Right.
Like, I wasn't that confident, but I wanted to become that person. And so it's been really cool to see where I was then to now here I am, engaged to the love of my life, having my directorial debut of Girls Like Girls, the movie, and I've had performed Girls Like Girls on stage for thousands and thousands of people, waving the rainbow flag, screaming Girls Like Girls, and actually feeling confident and feeling that self-love that I so desperately craved, especially when I was like 16 or 17, which is what we follow in the film. And so it's been a really remarkable journey, honestly, to kind of see the mirror of the evolution of truly embracing my authentic truth. And I think that's what the fans are kind of witnessing, right? We had the music video that I wasn't in, and then it was like I wrote the book, which was, you know, the big picture, really expensive version of the story. And then Girls Like Girls, the movie, is probably the most authentic version of this story that was inspired by, you know, this girl that I'd fallen in love with and was saying olive juice to and all these things
Olive juice.
back in the day. And so there's a lot of like personal experiences in the film.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you about the olive juice thing, because this may be a deep cut that we might have shared. And honestly, if this is something that we shared, we're best friends from now on. Like,
okay,
we're gonna have to do that. Okay, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna ask about it. Where did olive juice come from? Because like, because for me,
That was real.
That was a real thing. So you guys actually just said olive juice to each other.
This girl was obviously into me, but didn't say it. But she said olive juice.
She trying to
all
hide
the
behind
time.
that.
Like, made me an olive juice birthday, like an olive birthday card, and we were texting olive juice, and like, I mean, I was like, we were totally in this like relationship platonically, but like, she was obviously leading me on, but that was in the film, and that's inspired by one of my true life stories. And another main scene in the film. Have you seen the film yet?
I have seen the film. I love the film.
Another main scene in the film is when Coley goes to get her jacket. From
Yeah.
the
Oh, that makes me
That-
so
I lived
upset.
that. I lived
Oh, okay.
I lived
okay.
that scene.
Oh my fucking god.
So I had gone. I was like, I need to get my jacket from your house before you leave for the summer. And I went, and we went to go leave the room. And I think a piece of that scene is in the trailer that some of you have seen. And I slammed the door, and I stared at her, and I was like, do you want to kiss me or not? You know? And so that's probably why that scene feels so real. It's because I literally lived that scene. And it's so healing to get to like share your trauma through art. You know what I mean? Like, if you would have told me that when I got my heart broken in high school was going to lead me to being a director of a film, that's some crazy stuff.
The pain makes some creative ass people.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
And like, so two things. the olive juice thing we don't like have the same like experience with. But we have another opportunity to be best friends, because I'm gonna tell you in a second.
Okay.
I first heard of the whole olive juice as a stand-in for I Love You, and I watched a lot of movies, like movies I had no business watching.
You've seen them all.
I would like to say I've seen them all, but I've seen random movies.
Yeah.
And there was this random movie I used to watch called either 99 Women or 100 Women, and the gist of it is it's about this guy who, like, I think he was in an elevator, everything went dark, and she made out with him or something, and so he got obsessed with this one woman that he doesn't know. So it's almost a Cinderella type storyline where, like, he's in college, so he's
cute.
dating all these type of women and trying to figure out who is the woman, right?
Right.
And
the mystery kiss in the elevator.
The mystery kiss in the elevator, like, who's
Whoa,
the girl?
I'm hooked.
It's not as romantic as like that would suggest. It's actually a very like raunchy like type of thing.
Oh, okay.
And at one point, like, I can't remember why, but he's dressed in drag, and I think he tries to infiltrate the women.
Turn.
And his best friend doesn't know it's him. And so his best friend's trying to like flirt from afar, and he wants to fuck with him. So he's looking at him like with the like doomy eyes and everything, and he goes,
that is definitely not where I got it.
And I'm about to say, oh, did you watch this movie too?
But I'm wondering if the girl I was talking to watched that exact scene.
Listen, if you can reach out and figure that out, like if we could find the origin of this olive juice thing, if it's that's crazy, because that's probably the only other person
I
who
didn't
saw
create
this
it,
movie.
but it was something I lived.
Yeah.
For sure.
That movie was 100 Girls.
100 Girls.
And it came out in 2000.
Yep, see? I shouldn't have watched it because I
Wow.
was like,
That's a
10,
deep
I was like
cut.
8. I was like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
It was so bad. Now, this is where like we can be best friends, because like this, I had that same exact moment in the past, but to make it even more embarrassing, because I'm very open here on Get Wrecked.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
This happened in like as early as 2021. Okay, 2023. This happened in 2023.
We're talking a couple years ago.
We're talking just like 3 years ago.
Okay.
So I'm like fresh on the market. I'm like trying to date. There was like this super cute girl.
Whoa.
She walks in at a party at 3 a.m. and I was on the way out. So I was like, this is it. Like
she's the one.
This the meet cute, right? It's not online.
This is it.
I ask her out immediately, right?
Yeah.
We go on a date the next day.
Wow.
We're hanging out. We're having a really good time. We end up getting so damn close. We go to Disneyland, right?
Wow, that is marriage.
All right. No, you want to talk about marriage? We buy matching Oswald jerseys.
Are you a lesbian?
Is that a lesbian thing to do? Because if it is, probably.
You're U-Hauling.
I am a lesbian.
Okay.
My girls like girls, I like girls too. It's one of those type of things.
We have that in common.
We have that in common.
Okay.
And so we're matching, and while we're on this date in our matching outfits, her best friend, who's a close friend of mine, he says he wants to hang out. I'm like, nah, we're good. Like, you know, we're just going to like hang out, just me and you. But she keeps pushing the issue. And then I'm like, all right, forget it. Like, it's like 7 p.m. We've been on this date for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Bring him through. As soon as he comes through, it gets really weird. The vibes are off, right? So eventually I drive to take her home. She goes, actually, can you drop me off at such and such's house? And I was like,
this is going.
At this point, I was like,
this is your girls like girls.
I'm like, mind you, we're still in matching.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
And so eventually, like the next day, I text her and I say something to her, and then she goes, "It's come to my attention that you thought we were going on dates for like 3 months."
Oh,
we were
3 months.
Like, I actually just do this with friends. Like I thought we were just hanging out as friends.
Okay, liar.
And I was like, do friends wear matching Oswald things?
Literally.
Okay, we were practically married. You know what I'm saying? As I'm like kind of like, okay, whatever, like I get it, like a little simp.
Yeah.
And turns out my close friend also was in like the same predicament with this same girl as well.
She be playing people.
She be playing. And
this is why this story is so universal.
So that moment when I saw it,
that
I was
moment,
like,
you're like, I've been through this.
I've been through this. And
I need clarity.
In my big ass age of 30. In my big age of 30.
I mean, that's a thing though. I feel like communication, it follows you whatever age you are at. It's like, where are we at? And like, are you playing with me or is this for real?
It's insane. And so like when I say watching movies does require like empathy in order to truly connect, and immediately that just took me back to that, right?
Thank you.
So like, you know, going into like watching this movie and knowing that like it's based on your life and you wrote the song, I need to know kind of like the steps, right? Because did you already have this in your mind as a movie first and you said, oh, I'll just make a music video since I can't make the movie right now? Or was it, I'm going to make the music video and then it became a movie from that?
It was that.
Okay.
So it was like, I have this really special song. I want to come out. I want to tell a love story that ends in hope. how do I do that, right? And so it started with the music video and created kind of a love triangle with the guy. And then, you know, there was some violence in the video and just kind of made it dramatic. And they end up making out at the end. And it's a great video. And then afterwards, I honestly didn't think anyone was going to see it because no one raised their hand to premiere the music video.
Okay.
And funny enough, AOL did.
Shout out to AOL.
I didn't even know AOL was around.
I was like, I still have my email.
AOL's going to premiere it? Like, where? You know? And so I had like 9,000 subscribers at that time.
Okay.
And so this is like, you know, 2015. And then all of a sudden, like, views, millions of views. And then basically it started going viral from that moment. And then fans were like, oh my gosh, this should be a movie. It should be a movie. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this so should be a movie. And like, this is the type of story that I would want to see on the big screen. How the heck do you do that? And that began a 10-year journey.
It takes a long time to make a movie, and that's how you figure it out too. And also, this is like an indie movie as well. Like,
totally,
you know what I'm saying? So
you know,
and
it's original IP, and so you're just like, okay, I have these pre-established characters. How do I tell my story through the lens of these characters that these fans have fallen in love with? And so that began the process of developing the story and figuring that out. And then also, it's just like, who pays for movies? How do you get your movie funded? How does one get on the Zoom to do the pitch? You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And so I lived it. I went through really some challenging obstacles. And there was a point where I wanted to give up. And I was like, if I give up, this movie is never going to get made and our story is never going to be told. And I was like, I'm the person who can do this and like push it forward. So that's when I decided to write the YA novel because I was like, if I die tomorrow, at least the book will exist.
Right.
And the book ended up becoming a New York Times bestseller. And like it should,
Hitting
the fans
all the
be showing up.
Yeah.
And then that helped the movie get greenlit. And then so we got greenlit at the end of 2023. I shot it in 2024. And then when I finished the film, I went right into the studio to write an Inspired by album. And this is a small indie film. I mean, obviously Focus Features is like incredible. They make amazing movies, but it's a small film. And they're like, we don't really do soundtracks for movies like this size.
You got
and I was like, well,
soundtrack.
I was like, I'm a musician, so I'm going in the studio either way.
It's gonna happen.
I went in the studio and wrote songs inspired by, you know, Coley, the protagonist, you know, experience. And some of the songs are also just inspired by scenes in the movie. And 4 of the songs from the album are in the movie. And so there's 10 original songs. And then I was like, let's do more. Let's get other queer artists involved. And so it just, like, my dream has been to, like, package this like a Barbie or a Wicked that has millions and millions of dollars. But I just am doing this on a smaller scale.
Honestly, I think it works for that, though, because, like, this movie is so intimate. And, like, I love, and this is a big reason why I love coming-of-age movies is because they are very intimate, and therefore I can connect with it a lot more, right? And I think, like, you know, I want to get into the soundtrack because the soundtrack is absolutely amazing. And I used to do this thing where if a movie in its marketing leads itself with the soundtrack, the movie's trash. I'm like, don't you dare, like, because like, why are we hyping up the music when we should be hyping up the music, right? The movie, right? But I'm also a lover of like music and film. Like me and Craig talk about this all the time. We love score, we love soundtrack, we love the vibe and the feeling it gets. It's just as important as the visuals, right?
Totally.
And I feel like you as an artist, you truly understand that. You're not just putting music in just to be like a jukebox to keep people awake, right? Like, and it's your music too. So like, you know how to inform your story in those scenes. And can you talk a little bit about just kind of like the people you've assembled to be on this soundtrack? Because you got Tegan and Sarah.
Yes.
Oh my, I love them.
We got some deep cuts.
Got some deep cuts.
Yeah, it was a really interesting journey because when we finished, you know, shooting the film, I got into post-production and I was like, there's gonna be music everywhere. And our amazing composer Jessica Rose Weiss, we got in, I was like, I want music all the time. And the actors are so good that I ended up removing so much music.
It happens.
And I realized I ended up doing the opposite, where the actors are just leading the film and the music just barely just kind of pushes the throttle a little bit and it's there, but it doesn't become as as a main character as much as I thought it would, which is a really beautiful surprise because that means the film turned out great and we don't need to kind of rely on the music.
Right.
But within that, I was like, music is so important. I want more music. And so that's what kind of inspired me to do the album and reaching out. Like Tegan and Sarah were the artists that I was listening to when I was 14, 15 in middle school in the closet.
Come
and
a
so,
little closer.
oh my gosh, let's go, you know? And so I reached out to them, and then I also just wanted to include artists that I love and even up-and-coming artists like August Pontier and Gigi Perez.
And a lot of
who's
these artists are queer
amazing.
too, right?
All of them are in the community. And it was just really, really cool. It's my favorite album because I got to collaborate and work on all different genres. Like, we've got a little bit of pop, a little bit of Americana. We got Young Miko.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing some backgrounds in Spanish. And
Okay.
I don't speak a lot of Spanish, but I learned a
But
little
you doing
Spanish.
it. You learned to do it.
So, yeah, it just was such a creative process. And I think it ignited my love for music again because I think that was kind of on pause. I was so focused on getting this movie made and directing. It was nice to kind of combine all my loves into one, and that's why it's really exciting to when you find what you love to do and you're able to identify it. It's so liberating, and it's so exciting to finally be able to say like, oh my gosh, I'm a director and this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And it's so cool that this role as a director, you get to be a part of music. You get to do all the things that I love to do. And it's really just world building that I realized that I love to do.
Yeah.
And so it's really nice to be able to walk away from this project being like, okay, I found what I love to do. Let's keep going. You know, let's do this.
Listen, you're such a creative force, and like sitting here talking to you, like I'm loving this story that you're painting of like you're discovering like new branches of like to put on this creative tree that you have. And I know how hard it could be for like, you know, musicians to cross over into like different ways of creating these things, but you have such a natural eye for it. And something that interested me in what you just said was like, you know, you wanted like music to kind of like be a character in and of itself. And I know directors who do that, like James Gunn is like one of them, Edgar Wright is like another one.
Yeah.
But I think you could still easily kind of do that. But what's impressive about you, first-time director, learning this over the course of 10 years, is that you're able to listen to what the story needs.
Yeah.
And, like, there's a lot of first-time directors that are just so, like, I need to make it this way. It has to be this way. And, like, they're fighting with their own story. But you have this creative mind that, like, you have a relationship with the story that you're trying to tell.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, like, what was the most enlightening thing that you learned as, like, you know, coming into this, like, new title of being a director that made you go, oh, wow, I didn't know that I could create in this way?
I mean, to kind of riff off of what you said, so I don't have any kids personally, but this is as close to that experience as possible. And the analogy that I always think about when I was working on the film, specifically when you get into post-production, like you think you see the movie and then you get into post and then you see the movie. And then you're like, this is maybe different than what I envisioned it could be. There's always so many different variables about how it kind of can twist or pivot. And, you know, as a parent, you have a kid.
Yeah.
You have expectations. You naturally think they are going to be X, Y, and Z. And if you fight that, they push you away and you lose that relationship. But if you accept them for who they are and you embrace them I'm like, seriously, like if you embrace them for who they are, it's the chemistry is, you're allowing them to live, right? And like be free. And so that was literally my experience with the film. Is like I knew exactly what I was going to do. I did it. I got into the editing room and my child, which was the movie, was like, ho, 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 I'm something else. Like I want to be something a little bit different from what you envisioned. And there was a time where I was fighting it. I was like, no, you're this.
Hold up, Mom. I want to be a theater major. Okay.
Like, no, you want to be a doctor. And you're like fighting it. And then if you don't surrender, then maybe your movie doesn't turn out the way you know it should be, as strong as it could be. So I surrendered pretty early on and was like, oh, this movie wants to be what it wants to be, which is the music isn't the main character. The main character are these two girls, and they're able to carry this. And so my job as a director and a creative is to support what the film wants to be. And to be able to be malleable and support the story. And so that's eventually what the turn was in the creative process. And I love the film for who she is, you know, like, and I have no regrets or notes because she's perfect, because that's what the movie was supposed to be. With, you know, a lot of people go like, oh, when you make a movie, you want to make the best movie. It's like, actually, when you make a movie, the miracle is how do you make the best version of this movie with the tools that you're given, the financial you know, support you have in the time.
Think about that. Yeah.
It's actually like a test. You have X amount of days with X amount of resources. How do you make the best version of this film?
Yeah, and I feel like the best directors can do that, right? Like, and that's why I feel like your directorial debut is just so strong, because like just hearing, first off, you would make a great parent. Like,
thanks.
Don't worry about it.
I like my art as my kids.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I have an 8-year-old, so like, hearing
cool.
everything that you say, that's why I was kind of like,
yeah,
she's speaking like me right now. Like,
cool.
okay, like so, like
you have to embrace them. You know,
you
have to support them. Otherwise, it dies.
Yeah, I mean, your movie is now like going to college, and I guess like the premiere will be considered the graduation phase. Where you're like, oh my god, I'm a full empty nester now.
I can't do anything else.
It's for you.
I've done what I've done, and this is you're on your own now.
That's incredible, and I love how you talk about like just your babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't sound like a bottom dollar type of thing. And like, I think it's beautiful what you said, like, don't try to make the best movie, like try to make the best movie with what you're given. Because a lot of people don't think about that. Like, first off, guys, I'm looking at you, like, it takes a lot to make a movie. Like, people
have
don't
no idea. It's literal. They're literal miracles.
Yeah.
Even the bad movies you should support, because so many people worked so hard to make it good.
I have this buddy. His name is Matt. And like he reviews movies for a living as well. And I know that the movie is going to be bad when he starts congratulating the people for making a movie. Like, he'll just go, I just want to let everybody know
they tried.
Congratulations, you made the movie. I get how hard it is to make.
It's so hard.
And that's what, for me, because like I lead my movie watching experience like highly with emotion. Like, how does a movie make me feel?
Right.
And I made this video very recently where I was like, are we loving movies the way we're supposed to? Because I do feel like now we're living, especially because of social media, we're living in this day and age where everyone has an opinion, everyone's so judgmental. But when it comes to watching movies, they're watching movies as a form of content. And they want to immediately just give it a score, or like watch the movie to say like, oh, I've watched this many movies. But it's like, but are you feeling things when you're watching this? Are you being affected by these things that you're doing? And when I see a movie, I want to be affected in some way. I'm not saying like change my life with it, but I want to feel
a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit. Like, if it changes your life just like a tiny bit, which I'm going to get into this question now because I actually haven't asked you, and you're like nodding your head like, yep, you got to ask it. But I like movies that change me, like on a small level, right? And so I feel like people are losing that and treating movies as content, not as an experience anymore.
Right.
So I just want people to watch this movie and experience it with empathy, like open hearts, like, because this movie is great. It's really great. You're not going to hear me being like, hey, congratulations, you made it. It took 10 years.
My next movie, you're going to be like, congratulations to the cast and crew.
See. And I'm gonna be a real one, and I'm going to let you know. I'm going to say like,
you keep me in check.
I'm going to say like, Hayley, congratulations.
You lost the plot.
You made it. You got to the finish line. But this is what's gonna lead me to this question. I usually start a lot of my shows with this question, but like you and I, we were just kind of like so
we started
locked
with
in.
Fritos.
We started with Fritos off the flow.
Yeah,
like,
we did.
Started from the flow. Now we here.
Yeah,
literally. But the question I really like to ask my guests is like, what's a movie that changed your brain chemistry? Because I feel like there's certain movies that kind of create the building blocks to who we are as people, and even if it doesn't necessarily lead to a creative career, they somehow affect like our framework and how we think and how we like operate. So I'm very curious to know what that movie is for you.
There's not one singular movie.
It never is.
And, and it's not binary. Like, I think every movie is like a building block to like trying to figure out who you are. And it's like, oh, I felt seen by this, so I felt seen. Right. But that one of the first movies that come to mind is League of Their Own. And
that's what our font is based off of.
Oh, really?
Actually, yes. I told him like, give it the League of Our Own font. And so
nice.
Nice connection to the show.
I loved that movie. Because I loved how long it was. I loved that it was like a journey. And I loved the sisterhood dynamic. It also like weirdly was queer coded for me in many ways.
Yeah.
And so I think when I watched that when I was younger, even though I hadn't shared that I was gay, I think I weirdly saw myself in the movie, even though it had nothing to do with me or my experience. And so that was like a movie that I really loved. And I think deep down, I kind of planted this seed of like, I'd love more stories like this, but like gay.
Yeah. Yeah. More gay. Please.
Yeah. And then I love Sound of Music. I grew up in a household with musical theater. And I just love, I think about my, my creative inspirations, and I love just images that feel like paintings and like every shot feeling super intentional. And I feel like the cinematography of that film is so fantastic. I also really love Place Beyond the Pines.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
When I watched that movie, I was like, wow, there was so much going on. There were so many layers. It was like very genre bending. There was a lot going on, and it was visually stunning. And that definitely inspired me, I think, at least for the girls universe, to have lots of trees.
Oh, okay.
And like the nature
nice.
in green.
Yeah.
So I also love that movie. But I also for fun, like comedy-wise, I love a Sandra Bullock movie.
Oh, yeah. Sandra Bullock, I love Sandra.
Like Miss Congeniality, but gay. I need that.
Oh, you can make it.
I could, maybe one day.
You can make it one day.
Yes.
Listen.
One day.
Okay.
But yeah, so many movies inspire, I think, and help form our brain chemistry of what, I think it's also just like what's possible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And being able to like kind of create those neural pathways of like, oh, this is possible. And I think that leads back to why I do what I do, which is making hopeful queer content in any medium I possibly can, because I really needed those neural pathways to know that I was going to have a hopeful future, that I was able to have the ability to be loved back and have that dream come true. And so I think that that's always kind of motivated me and inspired me. And I also just feel seen by like any movie that has like the feeling of other, because I also felt like growing up hiding that I was queer and also being biracial, being half Japanese, half white, I just never really like fit in.
Right.
And so I really like empathize with stories like that.
I love all of that. Like, first off, great picks. Like those are like
they're very random. They don't.
No, I love the randomness of it too, and
I
that's the importance of the question, right? Like that's why I try not to ask like what's your favorite movie ever, or like the best movie that, and because most people try to go towards like the 2001 Space Odyssey, or they'll say, and some people do say stuff like that, but I feel like with those are actually like very personal to you, and that's why I want to get to know you from like those movies that like changed you. Like to give you some of mine, like I always talk about this on the show. Spider-Man 2 did that for me.
Oh wow!
Right,
that's awesome.
Like nerdy. I was never like the like biggest guy. I was always like kind of like the nerdy geeky guy, and so
just going like
just like go web, like that's Spider-Man 1, but you know what I'm saying. But with that movie, and I'm gonna give you another one because I explained this on the show, and I know my audience is gonna be like, oh, this again. But
here he goes again.
I can't stop talking about Spider-Man.
No, I need to know. I need to know. Yeah.
But like that's the first movie that taught me what responsibility was. Like
cool.
as a like I watched that when I was 12.
Yeah.
And it had this heavy concept of like, oh, here's this superhero that you've only had in comic books, action figures, you saw in cartoons, telling you an actual parable of like, you're going to have to sacrifice in order to do the right thing. Yeah. And that sacrifice means that some of your social relationships may deteriorate.
It's not going to be easy.
It's not going to be easy. Like this guy had a shitty ass job, couldn't get the woman that he loved, and he had a shitty ass apartment. But that was all in reference to like him trying to do the right thing. So as a 12-year-old, I'm like, that's what I'm gonna have to do to be a good person. Okay,
right.
Like so that changed my brain chemistry like moving forward in life, just like as a man, right? So that taught me that. But then another movie, and this is like a fairly recent one, not maybe too recent, but a Sandra Bullock movie, Gravity.
Oh,
like
my God, I love that movie.
Gravity, I love
moly.
So damn much.
Yeah.
And like I like to like I always like. When I explain movies to people, I always explain it wrong, but it's kind of right.
Yeah.
So like I say like Toy Story is a movie about mass mortality. We could talk about that another day. But with Gravity, I say like that's a story of someone getting their heads lost in the clouds who desperately needs to be grounded, right? Like, that's like, I don't want to, the movie's like 15 years
yeah,
old.
older.
Like, you know, so
Yeah,
I'm going to spoil
they're
it. So
fine. They're
if you
fine.
don't want to know about Gravity,
Yeah.
just go and come back. But, you know, she loses her daughter, and so
Mm-hmm.
now she like dives into work, and just so happens her job just to happen to be in space, right? So what better way to just like lose yourself than in the vastness of space, right? But then you reach this thing where it's like, no, I need to get back to Earth, and I need to actually like connect with like where I'm supposed to be, right? And so with that movie, especially as like, you know, a parent now, it's like, in order to be there for my daughter in the best way that I can be, I have to be grounded. I can't like just lose myself in all of whatever the hell this is, right? And so also like the visuals, like just feeling small, and like what's the name? Alfonso Cuarón's just direction is absolutely beautiful. Like just Sandra Bullock's performance is just like one of her best performances,
So good.
like ever. Even George Clooney, who's only in the movie for like 10
I can't
minutes.
even think about that moment.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't even think
I'm
about
still
it.
thinking about him just floating. Like,
How dare you?
like,
How dare you?
I think
Just
about
doing
that. I'm
somersaults.
like, he's still somersaulting, like out into the ether.
Artemis saw them. And they were
Like,
like, hey,
oh my, I can't even imagine. That's
Yeah.
like the most horrible way to die. It's the most horrible way to die.
Space terrifies me, but I love space movies.
Yeah, same. No, same.
Yeah.
Space movies are like beautiful. WALL-E is like one of my favorite movies
Yeah.
of
my
all
god.
time.
Oh my gosh. Anything with like a robot or an inanimate object or
Yep.
like anything like that.
Yep. Okay.
I think where you're headed at, which I appreciate you sharing, because I love like hearing how movies affect people. It's like we learn so much from them.
Right.
They're a reflection of who we are or who we want to be or who we don't want to be. And like, again, that goes back to why Girls Like Girls was so vital and important for me. Is like, I want to be able to see myself on the big screen and to know that that's possible, A. And B, I hope that this film, you know, it's about healing my younger self, but it's also, I hope it's healing for other people to be like, gosh, humanizing it. Like, you mean like, oh my gosh, that girl at Disneyland did this to me. And like, I'm a human and like, I deserve to be loved. And like, I deserve, you know, self-worth. And it's just like a reflection of either what you wish you had or what you want to have. And that's why movies and art is so powerful, and it is activism and showing up in theaters and supporting original IPs and first-time filmmakers and unknown actors. Like, all of it is just so vital.
Yeah, I want to say, like, really quickly, shout out to Focus Features for giving you a shot on this movie.
Seriously,
like, shout out to Focus Features.
Yeah.
Because they're also, like, you know, taking a shot on my boy Curry Barker, who has Obsession coming out
Oh
later
my God,
this
I'm
month.
so excited.
That movie, I saw it already.
The poster's like perfect.
Listen,
Yeah.
the poster's perfect. I feel
Yeah.
like as someone who's seen the movie, I'm glad
Yeah.
that they're keeping a lot of that under wraps.
Yeah.
Because that's something that you have to experience, like,
Yeah.
in the moment. And the movie's fantastic. It's incredible. But they got another banger with this movie. And I feel
you.
like with people seeing Girls Like Girls, you're going to affect people watching this movie. I was affected, like, watching this movie. Like, hello, like, hi, girl who matched with me at Disneyland. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's bound to do that, right?
Yeah.
But this is one of the last things I don't want to say, because we could talk for like hours and hours and hours
Literally.
and hours. But, you know, I feel like with you, you're one of those. I'm gonna do a One Piece reference, am I? Yes, I am.
When don't you do
When
a
don't I do a One
every
Piece reference?
every podcast? Every podcast.
Literally.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I don't know how into One Piece you are, but my name, Straw Hat Goofy, is heavily based off of the character Straw Hat Luffy in it. And what I love about that character is that his greatest power is not that he's strong. It's not that he has like all these like superpowers or anything. His greatest power has been stated to bring everyone to his side. Like, everyone that he comes across, they just are drawn to him, and they'll do anything for him because he's just that pure, and like his creativity, how he wants to do things, how he sees the world. And I feel like you have like a Straw Hat Luffy like in you.
Thank you so much.
And the reason why I say that is because I was talking to a very close friend literally today, and I told them that I was coming to talk to you. And you know what they told me? They said, that woman made me realize that I have the green light to go after women.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Emotional.
You
That's
know,
really cool.
and like you were doing that as early as like Lemonade Mouth. You were doing it in your
Yeah.
music, and now you're doing it with this movie. So do you ever like conceptualize wearing this? I don't want to call it like a crown, but like this kind of like a I don't want to call it a monolith either, but do you see yourself as like someone who is actively doing that in your community? Has that ever crossed your mind?
I don't think I was like, this is who I'm going to be.
No, it never
and
is.
I'm going to affect people. And this is my purpose in life. No.
Right. Luffy
It's-
doesn't either. I'm just saying.
It's like, And I think it just goes back to like challenging yourself to be the most authentic version of who you are. And I look back at my career, and the moment I was honest with myself was the moment I had a superpower. It was the moment that I went from being alone and isolated to finding thousands and thousands and millions of people across the world who felt the way I felt. And I think that catapulted just my motivation to be like, oh, I'm not alone. And I think that's so, like, that goes back to community. Community is so powerful. It's life-saving. And, but yeah, no, I've never been like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to affect people. Like, I've honestly been trying to survive day to day.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it times are tough out here.
Yeah.
And
Life be life.
I think when I was younger, I really wanted to have the opportunity to have a good life. I think that was like my goal, and to have something to live for and to be excited, you know. And so that's always just been my drive. And I think I've always challenged myself, even with the plethora of Girls Like Girls, you know, mini universes. It's like, how do I get closer to the truth, and how do I embrace who I really am and get there? And so I think that focus and being myself has naturally impacted people. And I'm so grateful for that, because it's built a family and community, like, and a safe space to continue to be myself. And it's also creating an avenue and road for other people to do the same. And that's my hope, is that maybe I went through the 10-year journey, but maybe someone else's movie gets made in 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's get it down.
And like, I think I don't know, I've just been focused on trying to fill that space. I want to be able to name 45 movies about 2 girls falling in love and ending up together that are POC. You know, I want to be able to do that. I can't do that yet. So I want to be able to fill that space, whether that's TV and film. And being able to write YA novels has been really helpful too, because I'm really passionate about the youth and the next generation beyond me. And it just kind of happened. And I'm so grateful for the support. And I can believe it, but I cannot believe that we're here. I literally was not going to give up. Like, I was going to die trying. Me trying to get this movie made was a movie in itself. Yeah. And I'm just like so grateful that I am living to see the day.
Okay, now I'm literally imagining you as Will Smith.
I'm just like
Pursuit of Happiness right now, doing the.
I was thinking the same, doing the clap.
Doing the clap.
I'm out here.
Yeah, you fighting.
We're fighting.
You creed
They're not
right
making
now.
it easy. You know, it's like, and we deserve to have queer joy.
Yeah, see, this is, and I gotta say this, that was the most One Piece Luffy shit you could have said. Because
this is exciting for me.
This is great. Like, because what I love about that story, what I love about you and what you're saying is, in that story, Luffy and his crew, the main people, they all have a singular dream that they want to what they want to accomplish. And Luffy is like, I'm just going to help you accomplish that dream. And you just perfectly stated like what your dream is, which is you want to name 45 movies where you do see that. You want to be a place for that. And I'm like, that is so, like, that is a One Piece thing. So if anybody listening is like an animator or an artist, can you like make her into like a One Piece style?
Yeah, please email me.
We'll email it to you.
We'll start developing
blast
immediately.
It everywhere. This is great. But yeah, you definitely got like a, I'm looking at you right now and all I see is like Will Smith from Pursuit of Happiness doing like the clap, like at the very end, like, because you made it. Like all that work, blood, sweat, and tears, you got it done.
Thank
you.
I
think it's incredible. I think it's beautiful. Thank you for walking me through that journey of Girls Like Girls. Now, before we get out of here, I have to ask you, and I know you worked really hard to separate yourself from this, but you're a DCOM girl. You're a DCOM girl. I got to know your Mount Rushmore of like DCOMs. Because we're around the same age as, yeah. So I'm going to ask you to name like 4.
Okay, the first that comes to mind is Brink. Just very, so good.
Yes.
I mean,
so
I wanted to be like a professional rollerblader after that.
Don't say
like,
I was like, rollerblades.
That is probably the coolest thing you can do is go down a hill and like scratch your arm and like get back up and like still compete and you know that stuff. That was one of my go-tos. Smart House terrified me.
Yep. Yep.
That was terrifying.
Pat was terrifying for sure.
What was that name? It was called motocross?
Motocross. I
Or was
remember
it
motocross. Yeah.
motocross?
I think it was like motocross.
I think it was motocross.
Yeah, I think it was like
that
moto.
was really queer coded for me
I
personally
can see
because
that.
she like ended up being her brother, and so there was like this love interest thing. Gosh, what's one of your favorites?
Oh my God. So Smart House, I was just talking about that today.
Wow.
I'm sorry?
Wow, I said wow.
I literally was talking about that today. Me and Isabel was
Current.
talking about that
Very
today.
current.
We were literally talking about that. But also my all-time favorite. People don't really bring this up. Don't Look Under the Bed.
I think that looked too scary for me.
It was.
I don't think I watched
very
that
scary.
one.
The fact that was on a regular Monday night
know.
at 8 p.m. That's like Nightmare on Elm Street, but for like kids.
Literally.
Like, and everyone, have you guys watched? Take out your
think
phone,
I
look up
watched
the
the-
picture right now.
It's
It's called Don't Look Under the Bed. Look up
I
Boogeyman.
like
Don't Look Under
literally
the Bed.
I feel uncomfortable.
Mind you.
I already feel uncomfortable. Oh my gosh, Halloween Town was so traumatizing.
Halloween
for me.
Town 2?
It was so scary.
When her mom turns into the thing.
I can't talk about it. The mayor, everything is
That-
so scary. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
But look at the Boogeyman though. But
Oh
specifically.
no! When I saw a trailer of the Boogeyman when I was watching this Disney, and I was just like, I am forever.
There's
scarred.
like I remember the trailer where he's like on the ground,
No.
he's like crawling,
No.
like it's like
That's a no for me.
I was like, this is for kids? Yup. Nope.
I hate
Now look
that.
up Larry Boogeyman because Larry turns into a Boogeyman
That
too,
is
and
so
he's
terrifying.
like, it's terrifying.
Literally
But I liked
horrifying.
it. I liked it.
But
it was good.
the era of DComs, like, I mean, a new movie every month.
Every month a new movie.
It was incredible.
I remember when they used to show the trailers. I used to get hyped and excited, like
And like quality too.
yeah,
You know?
and big stars like people.
Huge.
Bryan Cranston was in a DCOM.
It was,
Heisenberg himself.
I mean,
yeah, it was great. And
DCom
I
life
want
was
to.
awesome. Thank you so much for bringing that up.
No, I had to because,
Yeah.
and I also thank you for bringing Brink up because, like,
It's a great film.
I just want to bring up the fact that he did not have great friends in Brink.
He did not have good friends.
Because, like, for those listeners who remember the story of Brink, they were soul
Yeah.
skaters, meaning they just
Yes.
skated for the love of the game.
Right, but he left them to be with the
professionals
team.
to make money.
Right.
Because his dad lost his freaking job.
I know.
And his
Well-
friends trying to make him feel bad about it.
I know.
I was like, what type
I
of
know
friends
he
are
was
these?
trying to just take care of the family.
You dug it on him because he's trying to step up for his family?
You left us to help support your family.
How dare you?
So true.
Come on, like
think about that.
you know, and Taina was in that movie. I don't know, shout out to
Yeah.
Taina. I was like,
Loved
how
her.
no better. I
Yeah.
love Taina by the way.
Yeah, but
I was like, how
she started that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did. But yeah, so Brink, amazing. Thank you so much for talking DComs with me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Juju.
for coming on the show.
This has been an absolute pleasure. I don't want to leave.
See this. We talk about this. We say this is the vortex of conversation. We start
Wow.
off 45, but then it turns into like an hour and a half.
Oh my gosh.
The only thing stopping us from doing that is I'm sure you have a busy schedule, and I got a daughter to pick up. So
Totally.
Yeah.
Priorities.
but thank you so
I
much. for
appreciate
coming.
you. Thanks so much for
I
your
appreciate
support.
you too. I feel like we're closer now.
We are. We're very close. Thanks, Juju.
Thank you. And thank you everyone out there for watching and or listening on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts at. Hopefully iHeartRadio because they're the ones who kind of pay the bills. So please download it on iHeartRadio.
Please support.
Just please support. And please support Girls Like Girls. The movie is amazing. And we need more queer romances.
Yes. So go see it in theaters June 19th.
June 19th. I'm Straw Hat Goofy, and as always, can I be your movie guy?